Is Canon going to pull a Fuji?
So I was looking through articles for my topic this week and found one from Tech Radar, and the headline said Canon might finally enter the retro camera space with a premium fixed lens compact to rival the Fujifilm X100VI. Now, for those of you that are fans of the channel, you might have remembered that we covered the Fujifilm X100VI a few weeks ago,
Thanks,
or
Mom.
2 weeks ago, whenever. Um, uh, is Canon gonna get into that space of the retro style digital camera film simulation, the fancy schmancy extra expensive fixed lens camera? Yeah.
So this has been a weird few weeks in the world of cameras. Everyone knows I'm a Sony guy. Dustin's a Canon boy. And each brand has its own identity, you know? Sony's kind of for the cool guys. Canon's
for the even cooler guys.
The color science and, you know, the versatility of Canon. I mean, Canon has a bunch of cool stuff. Fuji's exactly this, right? The old looking new camera type deal. Red is now apparently going to be part of Nikon. Like everything's getting switched up. But
I'm so tired of it.
Is Canon going to jump in? You know, is Canon going to try to expand into this space? My question would be why? Why would they want to? They have their own brand. I don't understand as a consumer what these cameras are for, but maybe you can enlighten me because I think you want one, either the Fuji or a Canon.
Absolutely. I would love one. I think it is just a for fun camera. You know, it's one of those that like I don't have to worry about loading up the film, although I do want a film camera because that seems really cool. But like this, I could just take and go and not have to worry about having film and waiting on the development process to see if I got the shot good or not. You know, with the Fuji camera, you can have like the film simulations. So everything's digital. It's all right there. Boom. Save it to a memory card. You're good to go. I would assume that the Canon, if they were to do that style of camera, would have that same vibe to it. Maybe they pull from the Canon AE-1 or the AE-1. There's another name underneath it. It escapes me. It's a program, AE-1 program. It's one of the ones that I want. Will they pull some of that color science or that film simulation, into there? Do they pull Kodak? Do they pull blah, blah, blah? I think it's just more of a convenience thing than anything, that you don't have to worry about the film.
Yeah. My question would be like, so I know that film looks different, right? There are certain, especially with like blooming with lights. And if you blow out your highlights, it looks a lot better with film than it does on a digital camera. It's just essentially just the difference in the way the sensors work and the camera, the mechanics work of it. But what is stopping me from taking my Sony ZV-1 and taking stills on that and fixing it in post, or throwing, you know, if I'm doing video, throwing like a LUT on it? You know, I'm a DaVinci user. There's a really good, I think, Kodak LUT that a lot of folks use. What's the difference? Like, why would I want to buy a camera that does that for me?
I don't know. To me, it's just like, it's kind of a niche thing, I guess. You know, it's a Fuji and it comes with these film sims. And that's just what it does. You can do it here. You can do it in the camera. You don't have to worry about, let's say if you are a very rich casual photography shooter, you know, and you have however much the Fuji is. I think we said it was like 1,500 at the time or something like that for the type of camera it is. But you don't know how to edit your photos, you know, well then you can not worry about it. You put your film sims on and do what you want to do. Now, if you're like us, and we like to know everything about the cameras that we're using and shoot, at the most flexible, either photography or video, whatever that we can. That way we can edit it on the back end and make it exactly what we want. Then, yeah, I mean, you can use your normal camera that you have.
I think I'm going to jump around a little bit because you made me think.
Yeah.
And I kind of put myself in the shoes of that person, because we like to act, you and I, like we know what we're doing. You know?
We don't.
We don't.
We super don't.
We talk all the time about like, I cannot figure out color grading, and and we can't.
Yeah, Oliver agrees.
Oliver agrees. Can't figure out color grading either. I can't figure out this, dude. I've watched videos about how to properly expose. The past week, I had my camera for almost a year. I mean, and really dove headfirst into this, and so I think maybe the selling point for this type of stuff, and kind of the aha moment that I had, is that there are times when it would just be nice just to click a button on a camera and it looks good.
Yep. I don't have to worry about editing. I don't have to worry about, I just want to hit a button. Boom. And there's my beautiful picture.
Composition is great. Lighting is great. The blooming is great.
Yep.
Click Instagram.
That's it.
That might be nice.
That's what I would get one for. It's to not have to. And also, if you use cameras like we do, our loadouts are massive. Well, I say massive. They're pretty big for just run and gun shooting. You got your battery, you got your top handle. It's all on the cage. Maybe a top monitor.
Gotta have the monitor.
If you don't, have to have a monitor.
The side, side handle.
The side handle. The works.
Well, if you're doing a top monitor too, you better have something to hold the HDMI in there too, so it doesn't mess you up. HDMI rig, the cage.
There's a ton of stuff. How nice would it be to just pull a camera out and then point it and then hit a button and it look great?
That's what I used to try to do, Dustin. And then
I know.
And then
I convinced you to get all the gear.
And now I have a double high Craftsman freaking tool chest just full of video gear.
Yeah.
Last year I was happy with my ZV-1. So you know what? I say Canon should do it. They should make one. Yeah. And I'm not going to buy it because I don't buy Canon stuff, but just other people should buy it.
If Sony would make one, I mean, that would be, if Sony would make like that retro style, not the ZV-1 or anything like that, like this cool retro style thing with film sims and everything, yeah, absolutely. It's neat. It's a neat thing to have.
I wouldn't buy Sony's, honestly. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. I'd still buy the FUJIFILM. I think that's the one. Down. Even if Canon comes out, I mean, wouldn't you want the FUJIFILM over the Canon?
Probably do the Fuji.
Yeah,
because that's what they're known for. I would want Canon for a mirrorless or a DSLR for photography and video. I would want, if I'm strictly doing video, I'd probably go with the Sony. If I want to do this film sim photo style stuff, dude, get the Fuji. Yeah. Each camera has their own little specialty. Yeah. They all have their own annoyances.
Yeah.
But they're usually pretty good at one thing.
You don't go to Wendy's for the French fries. You go to McDonald's for the French fries, right? There's certain places and certain brands that that are just better at certain things. Not saying that the Wendy's French fries are bad.
I was about to say, I like the Wendy's French
fries. Yeah, and just like Canon's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's you go to McDonald's. If you want fast food French fries, you go into the Mickey D's.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Food sounds good.
Are you hungry? Let us know in the comments. What are you hungry for right now? We've done so many on brand comment section questions.
Oh, I was going to switch it to be on brand. And then once you get that food, take a picture with your Fuji camera and post it in the... No, I'm kidding.
Let us know. Yeah. I go for Big Mac right now, but I'm trying not to do that anymore.
Double quarter pounder for me. Oh, I'm good with that. It's good stuff.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Peace.
See ya.
I'm walking the streets of nowhere. I'm playing